back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over what I wish I knew in my 20s. And even though I'm not in my 30s, I'm actually in my 20s, there's just like so much that I have learned. I wish I could have learned sooner. So hopefully anyone watching this can just learn from it, because these are just things that I feel like my life would be so much easier if I just knew these. I'm gonna go over these, I think it's like 7 things. I have it written down. Oh, no, it's 10. So we have extra. I kind of want to make it more like sit down video. I literally feel like I'm FaceTiming a friend, and I kind of just want to do my makeup. So I have my bare face on right now, and we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna do our makeup. We're gonna talk about things that I wish I knew sooner in my 20s. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. So excited. Okay, so the very first thing is investing. That is one thing I wish I could have started even like in my teens, to be honest, like 18 when I first got like my first job. I thought that once I got money from my job, I could just spend it all. And if I could just go back to that time, I would definitely tell myself to save, even if it's just like $100 a month, or just like even smaller. You could even start off with like $20 a month. I just wish I could have known the power of compound interest sooner. And if you do not know what that is, then take a pause in this and go Google that, because everyone here who is watching this should definitely know what compound interest is. And basically, like, the premise of it is that like the sooner you start investing, the better it is, because it's like a snowball effect. So even though you put a little bit of money, like let's say starting off in your 20s, it will grow exponentially as you get older, versus putting like a ton of money. It won't grow as fast. Like if you say, for example, invested when you're like 40, it's not going to grow the same. So even starting small and putting some sort of money into an investment account goes a long way. So I wish I could have been doing that a little bit sooner. The next one is read or listen to podcasts on the daily. This is just something that I wish I could have utilized more, especially now with podcasts and just like so much information that is out there in the internet. I just wish I could have started reading more or listening to podcasts more, because educating yourself on the daily just makes you grow as like a human, and you learn so much. Even if you just like listen to one podcast a day or read a couple pages of a book, just starting small just really goes a long way, because if you do it consistently every day and you make it a habit, then you will learn so much like throughout the years. And that is just something I wish I could have done a little bit sooner. And also, I don't mean just like any book. Even though it's nice to read like fictional books, I feel like I don't get as much value as like self-help books and just like bettering yourself as a person. So I specifically mean books like Atomic Habits and Defining Decade, like books like that just really make you think about like your life and how you can be better and improve. I think those are the books that I wish I could have started sooner. Okay, the third one is that discipline wins over motivation. I wish I could have known that, because a lot of times I would just like wait for myself to be motivated and I wouldn't get a lot of things done. And what I realized throughout the years, I feel like so wise and like, oh, throughout the years, you little youngins, JK. But throughout the years, I definitely learned that discipline wins. So even if you don't feel like working out, you don't feel like going to the gym, like you just gotta get yourself up and do it. And a good technique that I like to use is doing like the 2-minute rule. And this I actually learned from the book Atomic Habits, and basically just means that you should make a habit that just takes 2 minutes, because if you can get yourself through those 2 minutes, you will definitely keep going for the rest of the time that you need to do that task. So for example, if I do want to go work out, then my 2-minute rule would be like, okay, I'm gonna get up and change clothes. And that's it, because in your mind, it seems like it's not a lot and you can totally do that. It sounds like easy in your mind. But once you actually change into your workout clothes, then you're like, oh, like I'm gonna go work out because I'm already in my workout clothes. So that is definitely like a technique I like to use. But yeah, definitely like the days that you don't feel like working out, we're using that in this example, are the days that count, because that is how you're gonna get better, and you're not always just gonna be motivated to work out. That's just not realistic, not real life. So that's just something I wish I could have known a little sooner. The next one is that buying more stuff will not make you happier. I feel like a lot of people in their 20s think that the more stuff you have, like the more luxurious your life feels and cooler you feel, and you get into like a habit of like, okay, I'm gonna buy this, and then once you buy it you realize it doesn't make you happy, or like it does make you happy for like a day or like a few weeks, but then after those weeks you're just like, okay, I want like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and it just keeps going. What I learned as a trade-off when I do want to buy myself something or treat myself, I usually do it in a form of experience. So that's something I found really helpful. So for example, buying tickets to New York, which I recently bought. I'm really excited about that, by the way. Or, you know, going out to eat and celebrating with like friends and family. I think that's what really matters. And that's just something I wish I could have known sooner before spending a lot of money. So yeah, spending money on experiences just counts so much more than spending money on materialistic things. Okay, the next one I hold very near and dear to my heart, and this one is to make effort to hang out with friends, especially, emphasize on the especially, after college, because college, you have a ton of friends with you. It's so easy to make friends. You just go to class and there you go, you have friends, the person sitting next to you, hello. But let me tell you that once you're out of college, oh my goodness, making friends is so hard. Like going into the workforce, there's just like so many different age people, like you're not in the same age group anymore. And what I've learned is that you actually have to make the effort to see people or to ask people to hang out, and also like be more down. I know a lot of the times we just get into ourselves and you're like tired and you just don't want to go out, which don't get me wrong, sometimes you are really tired and you don't want to go out, you had a long day of work. But if you really want to keep that consistency of having friends and hanging out, which I feel like it's very valuable. I feel like as human beings, we're very sociable and we want to be loved and we want to be surrounded by people. What I've learned is that you just need to make the effort to see people. You have to make the effort to go the extra mile, to go see other people around. So now as an official adult, I always ask acquaintances or people that I just meet here and there to hang out, and usually they say yes. People want to hang out and they're just too scared to ask. So you just gotta really put yourself out there and you will get more friends and, you know, just get more people surrounded by you. Okay, the next one is that you will not look like your favorite Instagram model. And I feel like this one holds a place in every woman's heart, because growing up, I feel like you're always consistently being compared to other women, and then like on Instagram, you just see like all these like perfect people, but you know, you just learn that people want to show off their best on Instagram, and a lot of the times things are photoshopped, or you just like don't know what they've done to their picture. And also at the end of the day, your body looks so much different than another person's body. So setting unrealistic standards to look like a certain person whose body type is not even similar to yours is very unrealistic. And I've just learned to love my body for the way that it is. I am very like strong built, and I feel like I just carry more muscle, if that makes sense, naturally. So I just want it, and just being more comfortable in your own skin is beautiful. So just learning to love your body goes a long way. And I know it's easier said than done, but making small steps like doing little affirmations every day that help you learn to love your body and stuff like that will help. And by no means am I perfect at this. I'm working through this like every single day, but just doing little things that will help you be more comfortable in your body definitely do help. Going off from that, the seventh thing is to invest in your health. So as we are like in our 20s, this is like the perfect time to build healthier habits, to make you feel your best, and also, you know, to know the benefits of living a longer, happier life. So just making small habits every day to make yourself feel better and invest in your health is going to be so important. It's going to go such a long way. So for example, working out, making healthier choices, and making that like a priority definitely helps out a lot. Some of my favorite habits that I feel like I've incorporated into my life to invest more in my health is, one, to cut up vegetables every single week in order to just have them ready on the go. Oh my gosh, I look crazy like this. To just have them ready on the go and I don't have to think twice about cutting vegetables because they're already cut right in front of me. Another healthy habit is to snack on fruit instead of going in for like chips or something like that. And another one that I really like is that when I grocery shop, I usually like to shop at like the perimeter of the grocery store because everything in the middle is more processed. So I like to stick with less processed foods. And then obviously working out on the daily, just making sure that I get a little workout in, even if it's small, just getting something in. The next one is to build good habits today. So don't be waiting for tomorrow or the next day, or like how everyone likes to think that they can always start tomorrow. No, you gotta do it today. Making sure to write down like who you wanna be, breaking it down, and writing out habits that you can do on the daily will get you so far. And you honestly just can't keep waiting. And also something I've learned is like time flies in your 20s. Like I just remember literally turning 20 and now I'm in my mid-20s and it's just crazy how fast time flies. So making sure that you're doing something to better yourself every single day, just making sure you're 1% better, definitely will go a long way, but you have to start off with like today and right now in order to just progress and be a better person. Okay, the next thing is to be patient. I feel like a lot of us in our 20s just expect things to come to us super fast, especially because we're so used to the digital world and just having everything right into our fingertips. But what I've learned is that good things definitely take time. So like if you start a project or do something new and you want results, don't expect it to come right away. Expect it to take a good amount of time because again, it's just not going to be an overnight thing. There's really no such thing as an overnight success. A lot of people who have overnight success, or who you think they have overnight success, have been working so hard on the daily for like years and all of a sudden they blow up, but you don't see all the hard work that they put into all the years prior. So just learning to be more patient definitely takes you a long way. Okay, and the last one, which is actually one of my favorite ones, is to travel more. The world is honestly so big, and to just stay in one place your entire life and in one culture just doesn't make sense to me. And you can just learn so much from just going to a different culture and putting yourself in a different environment. You learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about others, the world, different cultures, and it's just like invaluable. Also, right now that we are young, we do not have like families most of the time to just like settle us down. So right now is definitely the perfect time to travel more because we just can do it and we have more freedom to do so. So taking the chance and buying that plane ticket to just experience a different culture will definitely help you grow so much as a human, and something I wish I could have done more of. Honestly, one of my favorite experiences was studying abroad, and I always mention it, like it was literally like the best experience of my life. And that is just something I wish I could do more, just because I was really immersed in a completely different culture. This was like a different country, so it wasn't just like in the States. Looking back, I definitely would have studied abroad for the whole year if I could, and also just done more traveling overall. If you're thinking about traveling, or if you're thinking maybe about going to school in like a different city, that's another thing. Actually, I went to UCSD, which is in San Diego, so it's like kind of like the same city, which I mean, it was great because it was far away from my house since it was north and I lived south, but something in me wished I could have gone to school, let's say like in the East Coast or something like that, just because to me that's like pretty different and I just feel like I would have grown. But either way, just making the effort to travel more, and again, just spending more money on travel versus materialistic things like I mentioned before just goes a long way, and I wish I could have done that more. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, and now I am done doing my makeup. I don't know if you can even tell the difference. I like to have my makeup like super natural, so I don't know, let me know what you guys think. But apart from that, that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this more like sit down kind of like FaceTime type of video more than my other ones for more like professionally made. I'm honestly still trying to figure out YouTube out. I'm trying to produce different types of videos and see what I like, what I don't like, what you guys like, all that good stuff. So let me know in the comments below if you have any other tips. I would love to hear them. And that is pretty much it for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.